we're here. Dude, we started fast this time. We just went right into it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We went right into it. Yeah. Here we are.
This week we got some news. What type of headlines are we expecting from the news today, Dave?
We got some breaking Infinity War news.
Exciting.
You're gonna hear it. This is breaking. This is nothing that's been reported anywhere else on the internet, anywhere, or in paper trades. What?
Paper trades.
Then
we got some exciting stories about DC announcing movies that they aren't going to be following up on, right?
Sure.
Is there actually one of that?
I mean, probably.
I mean, it's like a 50-50 shot.
It's a good chance.
It's like a 90% chance there is.
We do have Captain Marvel news, so some of that. We got a Spike Lee joint up in here. So we're doing that. This week's real bullshit. I don't know what we're covering. I have nothing ready, so there's that. And then we're gonna do it. We're gonna continue our MCU marathon with Age of Ultron. And before we get into any of that, we're gonna plug our shit.
Dude, I like that we do the real BS completely unprepared.
You like that?
It's like genuine banter, genuine breakroom water cooler talk.
Unless it's something that like I want to act like for Cloverfield Paradox. You know what I mean? That's something that I wanted to like actually.
Yeah. If it's like something bigger, but I mean, there's nothing big's coming out. Next week we'll probably have, at least I'll have notes for Pacific Rim Uprising. Well, do you remember what the original name for Maelstrom or something, right?
Is that what it was? That sounds familiar.
Yeah, they probably changed it because Ragnarok and all that. There's Norse gods and stuff. It sounds too similar.
Yeah, hack alert. Well, I mean, we'll probably both watch that. I'll probably just let you take the lead on it, and I'll just chime in with stuff. I think I'm actually going to watch Infinity War twice. I think I'm going to either screen it one night and then screen it another night, or screen it twice in a row. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to screen it, and then I'm going to take notes the second time I screen it.
Yeah, that way whenever you're talking about how like Thanos has no reason not to kill everyone and it makes no sense,
this is a discussion we had. Let's plug our stuff first here. Go to our YouTube page, Breakroom BS, and subscribe. Please do that, pretty please. And we have links to everything on there: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud. All right, now the important stuff. So
is this good here like this? Because I remember you hit me earlier telling me about how my sitting position. Is this fine here like this?
Yeah, as long as you're kind of looking at the mic.
Okay.
Okay, you're like I'll angle a little bit and I'll be good.
Pretty good.
So I approached Gable with a question. I was like, Gable, so I hope that in Infinity War there's an explanation as to why he's not just going on to Earth and just using the Power Stone to kill everyone instead of having to waste his time fighting them. Because in Guardians of the Galaxy, the whole point of the Power Stone was if you just simply touched the planet, all life would die. And I'm like, we were trying to figure out reasons that it could explain why he's not going to do that. And I can't really come up with anything. It's like he already... Okay, clearly from the trailer, because we're refusing to watch any more than the first trailers because we're cool.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, we're refusing to watch anything but the first trailer. So all you people listening out there, you better not tweet us any spoilers. Thankfully, there's none of you that exist. So, clearly in the first trailer and in the poster, he has the Power Stone and the Space Stone already. So he has those two. So he's coming to Earth, I would assume. Earth, from what I've seen, with 2 Infinity Stones already to fight. And I'm like, dude's got 2 Infinity Stones. Like, he should be overpowered as fuck. And my fear is that he's going to show up with these stones and they're not going to explain why he's not just instantly, like, kicking everyone's ass, you know? Like,
yeah, I mean, for the most part, these are the type of things that I ignore when watching a movie and Dave notices. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. We're just two different type of moviegoers, but I could definitely see
it depends on the movie. Sometimes a small thing will bother you, but then sometimes it won't.
Yeah.
Or not even a small thing, I guess more so a plot hole, I guess. We'll say that. A plot hole. Because, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm really scared it's not going to make any sense. They can come up with something. As you said when we were talking about this, they've been playing this for like 10 years. They should have thought of this.
Yeah.
So... I don't know, man.
I'm kind of thinking about that. I mean, yeah, I guess it's more of plot holes.
Yeah, it's more of a plot hole.
I think I can get distracted though if the other stuff surrounding this plot hole is like good enough, but whenever it's for me not good enough, the plot hole is more in my face.
I mean, by no means am I gonna like hate Infinity War because of that one thing. I'm just gonna be like, that's dumb. It's like, I don't know. It just seems like such an obvious thing because that would mean like the whole time you're watching the movie, you're like, why doesn't he just kill them all with the Power Stone now?
It's like, oh, Steve Rogers, you're gonna stop me. Except I probably could kill you, but I'm not going to for some reason that's not written in.
I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope they explain it.
We'll see. He did say he'd do it himself, so I think he'll do it. He's gonna do it.
Is he gonna do it himself?
He's gonna do it himself.
All by himself?
Himself plus those other people like Midnight Proxima and the other group of people who have helping him. But he'll mostly be doing it himself.
Wait, he has a group of people with him?
Yeah, they like announced like they're weird names. I'm probably gonna mispronounce these, maybe not. Corvus Clave, I think, is one of them, and Proxima Midnight, I think, is another. There's like he is like I don't know what they are. I'm gonna on vacation in a week, and on the car ride down I'm gonna read the story that introduces them, so I'll have more of an idea of what they're supposed to be.
I mean, a long time ago I read something about like Thanos is like his I don't know, like his goons or whatever. You know what I mean? The guys he has with him.
They are.
Yeah, I read about that a long time ago and like who they were and that they would probably be in the movie. But then I heard nothing about it in the movie at all after that forever. So I just kind of forgot about it.
There was like a big like announcement. I don't think we were recording at the time, and D23 announced it. The big Disney Expo.
How long ago was that?
Huh. I don't know.
All right, well, enough about Infinity War. Let's get into some news about Infinity War.
Like statues and everything. Yeah, let's get into news.
All right, so we're going to get started with our news. The first thing we're going to cover here is a little bit of Captain Marvel news. Lashana Lynch.
Some Captain Marvel news here. That's what we're going to do.
Some Captain Marvel news.
That'd be really funny if I kept doing that.
Well, it's just over and over?
Every time you read another one.
I do it. We'll see how it goes. Now that everyone knows the joke and they're just going to wait for it to happen, it makes it even better, actually. English actress Lashana Lynch has replaced DeWanda Wise in the upcoming Captain Marvel. The nature of the character is unknown. Wise's departure was announced yesterday and is due to a scheduling conflict with her Netflix series She's Gotta Have It. So I don't know who this girl was, but she's leaving Captain Marvel, and some other girl is replacing her, whoever she might be.
I mean, I don't want to sound like I suck the dick of the MCU, but who does she think she is to leave the MCU for something better on Netflix, I suppose?
Yeah, it's a Netflix series. I'm sure it's great. Netflix has great series.
I mean, the series are okay, but like for the most part, like it's like something like that's a big topic for a week and then it goes away. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. What was it? Altered Carbon was a big topic for the week it came out, and then nobody's talked about it since.
Hey, it's your fault.
I mean,
that was you talked about it on the show.
I want to keep watching it. I have zero time to watch anything.
Yeah. Well, in related news, let's talk about Infinity War.
Fuck Dave. How much wrestling do we watch in a week?
In a non-pay-per-view week, we're watching a good 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in a pay-per-view week, it could be in the upwards of 9 to 10 hours.
It's a lot of hours of watching. So next article here. Let's talk about some Infinity War. The advanced ticket sales for Infinity War begun. I think it was on Friday. The movie, after just 6 hours of being on sale, became the new record holder for first day advanced tickets for a superhero movie on Fandango.
It's not a surprise.
Yeah, after 6 hours, it already beat. I think Black Panther was the one before it.
What's the biggest one overall?
Overall, I don't know.
I would imagine Force Awakens still.
Maybe. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to look that up while you cover the next article.
Oh, this could go awful. Let's do it.
No, but here's the thing. This question mark means you can read that if you feel interested enough in the article.
Okay. I'm already not that interested. I don't know what... Okay.
Well, don't be racist.
Spike Lee to possibly helm Night Watch superhero film. Spike Lee may direct... may direct a superhero movie for Sony Pictures based on the Marvel character Night Watch. I forgot what I was doing.
What am I doing?
Oh
yeah, advanced tickets. All right, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I'm gonna keep reading just because I don't know what the fuck this is.
See, it worked!
In the Marvel Universe, Nightwatch was first introduced in 1993 as the alter ego of African-American scientist Dr. Kevin Trench. Trench witnessed a costume man die battling terrorists while armed with invisibility-generating cloaking devices. The scientist learned that the corpse was an older version of himself and then went on to steal the futuristic suit of armor to discover the origins of his alternate self.
Oh.
Okay, so it's like an alternate version of him. I don't. Spike Lee's like. He's the documentary guy.
There.
He's the documentary guy, right?
I mean, didn't he do Boys in the Hood or something? I thought he made a lot of
I
movies.
have no idea.
I think he made movies.
Dude, I've never heard of this character at all. Like, not even like a little.
Yeah, I can't get an answer to any of this.
Okay.
So I just gave up on it. I'm a quitter. Everyone remember that Dave is a quitter. He fought Chris Benoit and he lost, and now he's a quitter.
Yes.
So
how do you feel about this?
I don't care because I don't know anything about Nightwatch, so I'm like, it means nothing to me.
I know nothing about Nightwatch. I didn't know, dude. I bet you. Hold on, just to see how I don't want to say unimportant, unknown this character is. I'm going to go into the Marvel Unlimited app where they've categorized all the comics, all the like 500,000 comics that they have.
It's not that many.
It's not.
It's only 500,000 comics. I own that many.
It might be 50,000, I think. I'm gonna go in. They have it all. They can categorize it by fucking character.
Dude, he looks like Spawn.
I want to see if Marvel them. Yeah, it looks a lot like Spawn actually.
Yeah.
How the fuck do I categorize?
Like, here's the thing: if I see a trailer for it and it looks really awesome, I'll get interested. But
let's see.
Until then, I'm not gonna care.
Pulling it up right now.
Pulling it out.
I'm pulling Nightwatch.
I thought you were pulling out your
Dude, they didn't even bother to make a category for his comics because I don't think any of them.
He's not even a real comic book character.
Dude, I really want to do more research to see how like real this character is.
Well, here's the thing. They said that Sony was going to make it. Sony has the rights to all their Spider-Man stuff. Is this just a case of Sony being like, hey, we're buddy-buddy now. Can I make something else? Like, you know what I mean? Because I didn't think they had the rights to anything else.
You did say Sony, huh?
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Let me see. Nightwatch. First appearance.
Meshuggah. It's not racist, right, to say Meshuggah?
Read the next one.
Meshuggah. All right, let's see what we got coming up next here. This is non-superhero related.
He is a Spider-Man character, so I guess it makes sense.
That makes sense then. Steven Spielberg revealed that Lucasfilm's Indiana Jones 5 will begin filming in April of 2019. It's set for a July 2020 release date. The film will again see Spielberg teaming up with Harrison Ford, reprising his iconic role. So we're going to Indiana Jones 5. He's going to be in a wheelchair, like going through tombs and shit.
I hope the pyramids have a wheelchair ramp out front.
Hopefully they're wheelchair accessible.
What's what association is that deals with that? The
NAACP?
I don't think that's it. Whatever. They're going to be all over this shit.
Isn't NAACP stand for like the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People or something?
Yeah, it's something about colored people.
Okay, well, isn't colored people racist?
Yeah.
Then why does their organization have a racist name in the title?
It could be worse. It could be the NAAN.
I don't know what that means. Yeah, it's really funny that the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, it says colored people. The name of it. You need to get that updated.
Yeah.
I felt like it was an organization started by white people a long time ago. But anyway, that's really not related to anything we're talking about. Did you like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
It was okay.
I think I liked it. I'm not a huge fan of the Indiana Jones movies as it is.
Dude, I have a huge confession to make. I've never watched the original 3 movies all the way through.
Really?
Not that like I don't want to. It's just it was always one of those things where my dad had it playing and I'd watch it with him.
I probably didn't watch them all the way through till maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. So I went a lot longer than you did without seeing them. That's if you watch.
My highest exposure to it is every time we go to Disney. There's like a live stunt show they do, and we see that every time.
You're like, I've already seen this movie. I don't need to. But I don't know, dude. I watched them, and the second one I think sucks. I think it's the second one. The first and the third one I think are good, and I like the fourth one. I don't think they're anything great.
No?
I don't know. But moving on. Here's some interesting news. Charlie Bean. You know who Charlie Bean is? Yeah, no one does. He will be directing the live-action Lady and the Tramp movie. They're making a live-action Lady and the Tramp film.
They're announcing so many of these live-action films.
Here comes the interesting part. Here's the rub. This project is set to be made and released for Disney's digital streaming service.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. The decision to release such a large-scale remake on the service gives further insight into the investment Disney is making to the launch of this streaming service. That is a pretty big title, you know what I mean? Like a live-action one.
When's it coming, the streaming service going? Was that true, the 2019 thing you said?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Didn't they originally announce it for 2018?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure they announced it for 2018 and DC announced theirs for 2018.
I don't think anything's ever been pushed back before, so that doesn't
It's
sound
not
good.
true.
Nothing's ever been pushed back ever. All right, here we go. Let's see. Ready for some Game of Thrones news?
Yes.
This isn't really much news. But Game of Thrones, or have you already heard about how it's going to have some spin-offs?
No.
Yeah, there's going to be some Game of Thrones spin-offs.
I heard about a prequel, possibly.
Yeah, I think that's one of them. The spin-offs will have budgets that come close to the current show, so that means they should still be some quality shows.
Okay.
But in regards to the Game of Thrones, the original series, it was noted that the final season of Game of Thrones should live up to expectations, citing the table read for the last episodes being a really powerful moment in our lives and our career. None of the cast had received the scripts prior to the table read, and one by one they started to fall down to their deaths. By the end, the last few words in the final script, the tears just started falling down, and everyone was crying and applauding for 15 minutes after they finished reading it. So they really sucked their own dicks on that. So hopefully it's good.
I'm not a huge fan of spin-off
table reads,
spin-off series. I like spin-off movies. I don't like spin-off series.
Well, it's very rare that a spin-off series ends up being, because you're taking something that's great enough to have a spin-off, and you're doing something that's not the original material, so it's probably not going to be as good usually. Yeah.
Did you watch Breaking Bad?
No.
A lot of people seem to like that Better Call Saul show a lot.
Never even heard of this show.
Yeah, I guess the lawyer got his own TV series. It is supposed to take place like before.
And do the spin-offs, are the spin-offs ever really a huge hit, it seems? You know,
no, like you'll hear about it like for the first like season because of it's new. And then after that you don't I don't even know if they still do Better Call Saul. They might, I have no idea. And then they have, let's see, Sons of Anarchy was a show that I loved.
They did a spin-off of that?
They didn't yet, but they have a show about the Mexican biker group. The Mayans.
Danny Trejo's going to be in it.
Probably. He was in Sons of Anarchy.
Was he?
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't like a main character. I think he maybe had like 4 episodes he's appeared in, but that's about it.
If you just say Mexican biker, I know Danny Trejo's somewhere around there. He's going to be in it probably.
Machete. The Machete.
The Machete.
Dude, he was in Lucha Underground.
Yeah?
Well, not in it, but they made him a guest fan, I should say.
Yeah.
He sat in the front row for like 4 episodes in a row.
I guess if there's a camera and Mexicans, he just kind of is like, hey, you guys need someone? I'm here,
action.
man.
Camera, Mexicans, and action.
Yeah. Well, our last article is that Rob Zombie, one of my favorite filmmakers of all time, is making a sequel to House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects called 3 from Hell. I hope that movie...
Wasn't there one of the movies that he made you liked?
Burns in Hell. I'm going to say no. I hated both. I hated Halloween. Never watched Halloween 2. I hated House of a Thousand Corpses. I hated Devil's Rejects. I hated that 31 movie we watched. Remember that fucking movie?
Yeah, oh dude, that was fucking awful.
That abortion of a film.
That was awful.
So bad.
We reviewed that too, huh?
Yeah. I don't think I've seen a movie of his that was good. I like his music.
Yeah.
He needs to stick to the music.
His music is pretty good. His music, it sounds stupid, but I only listen to it around Halloween time.
That's cute. You're cute.
I know.
You listen
really
to it while you
like
carve
that.
pumpkins.
I'm not even kidding. I did that last year.
And then you get so mad because you get so into the music, you start killing the pumpkins. Do you ever do that?
I'm like, this is a poster for Halloween.
Oh, that's good stuff. That's good. So I don't want to see that movie. Fuck that movie. That's all we got for news, man.
Did you see there actually, I think didn't DC actually announce another movie? I think they did. Get some breaking news. We got breaking news.
Oh, fuck me in the ass.
We're going to need new music for this. A whole bunch of extra editing for Dave to do.
Yeah, I love editing. There was Shazam news or something, wasn't there?
Hold on.
DC movie announcement. Announce.
Ava DuVernay. Are you seeing this?
Dude, is it the article that I looked at and then read it and then didn't even pay any attention to it?
It's basically a Dark Side movie, if I had to guess.
I saw that article and I thought it didn't matter. That's my fault.
I don't know anything about the New Gods. I know Jack Kirby had a huge hand in making them, and I think he actually made them. He's the creator.
I read that article too, motherfucker. You're making me look like an asshole.
Dude, I just remember like blowing through it on there, and I'm like, that's not important. I thought the same thing. I'm like, that's not important. I figured we could just bring it up.
Hey, why don't we...
New Gods movie. That's what it is, a New Gods movie.
I looked everywhere on the Justice League Blu-ray and 4K for anything that mattered in regards to deleted scenes.
Nothing?
There was a tomb... It said, like, never before seen Superman footage not shown in theaters. It's 2 minutes long.
Was it him, like, walking in, and then there's the ship, and he, like, looks at it? Yeah. That's it?
That's the first minute of the scene. 30 to 45 seconds of it is just the fucking opening, like, countdown to the scene starting and a bunch of stupid bullshit.
It sounds like the same thing I watched on YouTube, and it seemed like a trailer for the deleted scene.
It was that scene, and then it was Alfred working on the car and him walking up to Alfred and talking to him for, like, 10 seconds.
That's dumb.
This is all it was, and I was like, this is it? And I looked everywhere. They're clearly holding all the, like, the rest of it just to release the director's cut so people will buy it again. That's definitely what they're doing.
Dude, I heard are you talking about like a Zack Snyder cut?
Yeah, because I've seen pictures of him in the fucking black suit online.
Did you hear about that? He may not have been even involved with the movie for that long.
Really?
Yeah, there was some talk about like it was all like just rumor and hearsay.
Rumor and innuendo.
Yeah, that like apparently he got booted. Like Joss Whedon was doing a lot more of that movie than we thought.
Oh, and he was like, it turned out bad, don't tell people that.
They just didn't make it public that he left for, like, a long time.
Oh, that's interesting.
It was just some guy who was on Twitter, but he said he was involved with the film or something.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, not actual news, just rumors. We don't want to report false things.
I'm sure we'll get another cut of it, though.
Yeah, dude, even if there's not a Zack Snyder cut, the demand for it, if they would just release one and say Zack Snyder cut, people will buy it.
I mean, they did director's cuts of Suicide Squad and Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah.
So, whenever I put my DC movies in my Blu-rays, should I put all of those DC Universe ones together, I guess, since I do that with the Marvel ones? Because before I didn't. I just had Batman under Batman, Wonder Woman under Wonder Woman.
Yeah, just this intertwining universe, all the movies that are part of this intertwining universe just put together, just so you know that it's like, hey, this is the clusterfuck section.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it's going to be like 4 or 5 movies and they're just going to abandon it, so it's not going to matter. Because from what I understand, isn't Wonder Woman 2 not supposed to be a part of it? So then what happens when I have my Wonder Woman 2 Blu-ray? If I put it with Wonder Woman 1, it's in with the DCEU, but it's not connected. This is a mess.
Dude, the DCEU hurts my brain.
Look what they're doing to my collection. This is bullshit.
Let's all just be excited for the DC streaming service because they'll have the Titans live action series on it.
That's all we give a fuck about.
And maybe the Harley Quinn animated series. But they announced that after the Deadpool animated series was announced. It's clearly a ripoff.
Yeah. I'll watch it.
I'm definitely going to watch it. You can get some good Rule 34 stuff out of it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break and come back with some of this week's real bullshit, and then we'll do that. All right, we'll be back. right, this is good. This is going to be a good one here, guys.
Okay,
What-
let's do it. I was gonna take a few seconds to prepare for what I'm going to talk
All
about.
right, here we go. All right, and Gable, go. No.
I can do it.
Well, this it's time for this week's real bullshit. This is the real bullshit because we don't know what we're talking about. I have one thing I can think of that I know of, and then after that, it's just going to be a bunch of I watched this, I've been watching this, and they're not really nothing to talk about. What's your one thing?
What's it called? Oh, it's called AP Bio. It's a new sitcom on NBC. It stars the one guy who plays Dennis on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's really funny. He plays this teacher.
Is Dennis the one that's in Pacific Rim or no?
No, that's Charlie.
Yeah.
Dennis is he's one of the other white guys.
Oh, cool. Is it Danny DeVito?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I know who that is.
No.
No.
No, it's not Danny DeVito.
Oh.
I forget the actor's actual name. If only there was some way to look it up.
I'll look it up. You keep talking while I look it up.
Yeah, but he plays a teacher who was a philosophy teacher at Harvard, and he didn't end up getting his tenure, so he left Harvard. He got kicked out of Harvard for some sort of physical confrontation he had.
Glenn Howerton or Rob McElhenney?
Let me see.
I don't have pictures.
I want to say it's Glenn Howerton.
I'll look up pictures of him. Go on.
Okay. Yeah, he got kicked out of Harvard for some physical altercation because of him not getting tenure. So he's now a AP Bio teacher.
Ooh.
And these are like the AP class is like the kids. Yeah, that's him.
It's Glenn Howerton, everyone. Dave did it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but he wanted to. Fuck! I lost my train of thought now. This is what happens.
I was just trying to help you, prick.
Yes.
He's trying to blame me. You hear this, guys? He's trying to fucking blame me. He's trying to pin it on me.
Oh yeah, but it's an AP class, so there are a bunch of kids who are really fucking smart and who are gonna be good in college. Not like me. I never had any AP classes.
What's AP stand for? Advanced Protocol?
Yeah, it's like the advanced classes, and I think you even get college credits for them.
Oh.
So those are really smart kids. So like some of them are. There's this one girl who just wants to be taught be taught by an actual teacher about it, and they try to get him in trouble, because he just comes in and he the first episode his lesson or his assignment was to catfish the guy who got tenured over him. So his goal is to get his enemy, the guy who got tenured over him, to have a mental breakdown, and that's kind of the whole plot of the series is him getting revenge on this guy who got tenured over him.
That sounds fun.
While being a high school teacher. And then the principal's Patton Oswalt. You know who Patton Oswalt is. Yeah. And he's basically like a bitch. So whenever he goes in to yell at him for being doing stupid shit, he'll be like, "Oh no, we'll get beers after work. We're buddies. We're pals." He's like, "Okay, all right. Fuck, you forgot to yell at him. Damn it."
This is how you used to be with employees. You're good now.
Oh yeah.
You have really tiny feet.
Yeah. No, but I mean, dude, the show's really funny. Him and the rest of the cast on It's Always Sunny are really funny. So,
I feel like if I watch It's Always Sunny, I'd enjoy it.
I think you would.
Yeah.
We'll see what you think. Try this show because this show's only 4 episodes in. So
That's a good point. So I can easily jump off the band. I'll jump off the something or whatever.
Although Danny DeVito is not in the first season, so he's kind of like a missing element. So try to get if you do try It's Always Sunny, wait until the end of season 2 and then jump off if you don't like it.
Okay.
Or at least into season 2.
This Charlie fella seems pretty funny.
He's funny, yeah. I think people blow his dick over the other characters for some reason. The general public seems to love Charlie Day, and I don't think he's as great as the other characters in this show.
Really?
It's a personal opinion, but.
So this other show, you recommend people check it out at least?
Yes.
What's it called again?
Those shows are funny. AP Bio.
AP Bio. What, this isn't really the one thing I'm talking about, but I've been watching some Married with Children. I kind of started the series over, and I've just been putting it on while I've been doing stuff. I'm on like season 3 already, and I just want to like give you an episode to watch. Like, dude, it's so I can't imagine you wouldn't think it's funny.
How are you watching it?
I have DVDs.
Okay. Dude, I think the entire series is only like $20.
Yeah.
Next time I have some extra cash, I'll...
Yeah, it's because it's really fucking shitty quality and they put 1,000 episodes on a disc.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I put it on my fucking like 4K TV and if I walk up close, I'm like, it's a blur. Like, you have to go back and watch it. But the show is just fucking hysterical. There's nothing really to say about it. It's really funny. But the one thing that I was gonna bring up that I saw is I screened Tomb Raider. The new Tomb Raider movie.
Yeah, how was that?
Going into it, I had some pretty low expectations, I gotta say, because I just didn't think it looked like anything special. Watching it started off kind of slow. Like, I don't know, some bad writing, some bad dialogue, just some cheesy stuff going on. The action is like Jason Bourne level fucking horrible. Like, I'm going cross-eyed trying to see what I'm seeing. It's bad. I was like, give me Black Panther right now, please, because it was bad. It was so bad. Like, it's so much worse than Black Panther. It wasn't even close to like, I'm like, you know.
See, it makes you appreciate how great Black Panther was now, huh?
It makes you appreciate how not as bad Black Panther was. Dude, it was really bad, and so that was pretty awful. It got better towards, like, this is one of those movies where I watch and I'm like, I wish that I could have had this movie given to me a week before it came out so I could fix it and then release it. Because if I could just fix this movie, what's wrong with it, like, it would be really good.
You probably would have needed more than a week from what it sounds like.
Yeah, I'll just unshake the camera. That's all.
You just have to move the frame so it, like, takes with the camera.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those movies where I watch it, I'm like, this movie has a lot of potential. It got better towards the end of it, and I liked the very end of it, because like the whole movie, like her aunt who's running her dad's company, who's like a $1 million or $1 billion company, is trying to get her to sign off that her dad's actually dead and for her to take over and accept it, and she kind of won't do it, and it gets towards the end of the movie, and she ends up signing off on it, but then she finds out that like this evil corporation that she had to deal with earlier is actually a subsidiary of her company, and her aunt's running it. And like her aunt's actually a bad guy this whole time, and now like it really ends in a way to make you like watch. It's like a cliffhanger, not a cliffhanger, but it really leads into like a sequel, you know. So the ending of it was really well done, and like it got a lot better towards the end. But it's just like the whole movie, it just could have been so much better. Like the action should have been better, the writing could have been better. It had a lot of potential and should have been a lot better. So,
I'll probably check it. I don't think I'm gonna even Redbox it. I'll probably just wait till it hits Netflix or Hulu or whatever.
Yeah, just watch it on some TV.
Watch it on the Fire Stick.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's all. That's really all I have for that.
I'll take a stab. Take a stab. I'm ready.
I don't know. I guess it's worth watching once. I guess. But next week we're gonna have Pacific Rim next week, so we'll be able to talk about that.
Let's see.
I don't think anything else I watched this week.
I've been rewatching the first season of Atlanta because the second season came out. That's that comedy on FX written by Donald Glover and Stephen Glover.
Yeah.
Dude, the show's like, it's really funny, but like at the same time very serious. Like it pokes there's a lot of relatable things. Like you see Donald Glover doing what it's how do I explain this?
Porgs.
Poor. I thought you said poor, and I was like, yeah, he is poor. That's the point of the show.
No.
I thought you were actually getting at it.
No, I was using a porg to like relate to you.
No, but the Donald Glover's character is like, he's broke, and you watch him try to struggle to provide for his daughter, provide for his family and whatnot. And you see all these funny things that he's doing, and his cousin's a outbreak rapper in Atlanta, and he's trying to be the manager for his cousin.
He's like a disease or something. He's an what?
Uprising rapper.
I get it.
What did I say? Outbreak.
I was just thinking of the movie Outbreak where the monkey gave everyone AIDS.
Is that an actual? Did I use that phrase right?
Breakout maybe?
Breakout. I don't know, something, whatever.
Something has nothing to do with AIDS.
He's a rising rap star in Atlanta. And
he's getting big.
So Donald Glover's character is trying to hop on as his manager, so he's able to make money and provide for his daughter.
I would totally do that. If I knew someone was getting famous, I would instantly try to just like hatch onto like their fucking. I would be like, can I please do something?
Dude, the show's really fun. Like I said, like what it's about is like very serious because, like I said, he's in this poverty lifestyle, but at the same time they deal with it in a really funny way. Very smart and clever comedy.
The word you're looking for is parverted lifestyle.
Parverted. Yeah. I mean...
You really love the Atlanta.
Yeah.
You really love the Donald Glover.
I do really love Donald Glover.
Speaking of Donald Glover, do you think we're ever going to see a Porg ever again in Star Wars?
I don't... Why are you doing this?
What?
Why are you talking about porgs?
Why not?
It's not relevant.
To what?
What I was talking about.
I thought you were done. I didn't know. Oh, go on.
You derailed me.
You were done, you son of a bitch. You're trying to pin this on me. You were done.
Yeah, I guess I am now.
You son of a... You're fucking full of shit. You were done, and you're trying to
be honest, I'm not sure.
I can't remember. It sounded like the end of what you were saying, and I even gave it some space for you to go on, but you didn't, so then I brought up the Porg.
I'm just excited to start watching Season 2. I wanted to rewatch all of Season 1 before I went to Season 2, though. There's a really funny moment where his friend... It's like one of his friends from his past is this white guy, and whenever he's talking to Donald Glover's character, he ends the story with a line from the story being having the N-word in it. And later on, they do a really funny callback to whenever Donald's with his cousin, and Donald's like, "Hey, tell him that story that you told me earlier," and he leaves out the N-word, and when he's done telling the story, they just kind of stare at him, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm not really sure why he made me tell that story. It wasn't that funny."
It would have been funnier with the N-word.
For some reason, he had so much confidence earlier whenever he told it, but when he told it that time without the N-word, he just felt very uncomfortable because he knew he was being set up.
I think we've all been there.
Yeah.
Where you hear something really funny, and you got to tell someone else. You're like, I thought this was gonna be a lot funnier. This is sounding a lot funnier the first time I heard it. So did he purposely set him up to fail?
Oh yeah.
That's not nice.
Yeah, well, because he's a dick. He was a dick. He wouldn't play his cousin's mixtape on the radio.
We've all been there too.
No, that we have not been.
Is that all you have on Atlanta?
Yeah.
Is it going to talk about the Porg now, or are you going to get mad again?
I don't know why you want to talk about the Porg, but
I just want an opinion, and I just have a question. And I'm curious of your opinion.
Do you think we're going to see an episode 9?
Do you think it'll be in any of the standalone movies? Do you think we're going to see a Porg in the solo movie?
In the standalone movies, no.
Absolutely not.
No.
You think we'll see an episode 9?
Very little of it.
Is there any reason for them to go back to that planet now that Luke's dead, really?
Yeah, but didn't Chewie have one?
Didn't he eat it or something?
Weren't there a bunch on the Falcon later on?
Alright, whatever, you win. That's fine. I forgot about that.
I mean, they're still going to be able to sell more toys of them later.
Well, there's a Falcon in the solo movie. What if it's in there?
It's a time traveling
What if Doctor Strange uses the time stone and then the Porg shows up? You don't know.
It's true.
It is true. You don't know. What if there's Ewoks in the solo movie? Yeah, there probably won't be Ewoks in the solo movie.
No.
Alright, you could have just said it.
I thought the silence was funnier.
Okay, you just let it linger. Let the disappointment
Let it linger like a stale fart.
Well, where are they gonna market for the kids? Every movie has a marketing tool. Like in Rogue One, they had the fucking all the people blowing up in their ships. That marketed towards the kids. There was nothing in Rogue One really for kids, right?
Holy
I guess the
shit.
droid.
What was his name? K2SO?
I don't remember. I mean, everyone has a droid. I don't know if we can really count that, you know?
Yeah, there's even a new droid for the Han Solo movie.
Yeah, I guess there's nothing in Rogue One really to market for kids. That's surprising.
Hold on. We can brainstorm this. Let's think here. No, I guess you're right.
You know what I think the issue is? I think we're kind of being...
White people.
Yeah. I think we're being mean, though. I think we're being unfair. I think we're unfairly persecuting the Star Wars films. Because I think the majority of the movies don't have something to market them towards kids.
There's only 2 that have them. The
Three,
Porgs
really?
and the Ewoks.
And then the Jar Jar. Really, it's only 3.
I thought Jar Jar was to market towards the black community.
I don't know if that was their intention.
And what if that was their intention? How racist is George Lucas for that?
Yeah. Well, because we were sitting here trying to think of what they use to market it, but in retrospect, they don't really do that often, do they?
Nah.
Well, you were wrong this whole time. What happened? What happened just now? What'd you do?
Wait, I was right.
What?
You were about to say I was right, weren't you?
No, I think we were both just confused and figured it out.
Okay. We don't. Do you have anything else to talk about with the real bullshit?
Well, no, but just to put a bow on this topic. So, did you always kind of think that they would have something in the movies to market towards kids? Whenever you think of Star Wars, you're like, oh, whenever, for example, you saw the trailer for Episode 8, you're like, okay, the Porgs, and that's for kids. Was that something that you kind of felt Star Wars does that? Because I kind of always had that impression, but when I think about it, they don't really do that often. You know what I mean?
I think they have toys. They have toys like crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, just because it's not a fluffy animal doesn't mean they aren't marketing toys in large quantities.
I guess any single toy would be a marketing thing for kids. I guess that's it, huh?
I mean, Rogue One, I think was really an exception so far.
In regards to what?
I mean, it did have toys, but not as they weren't pressed as heavily as the Force Awakens ones. At least in my opinion, they weren't pushed as heavily as the Force Awakens ones. But the Last Jedi ones.
Well, I think the thing is, I don't know that Solo will be either. To be honest, I don't think either one will.
No,
I think just because they're not as big releases, they're not as you know what I mean, as the other Star Wars movies are a huge deal, and they market the fucking shit out of them.
I feel like this Han Solo one's being the least marketed Star Wars movie I've seen thus far.
You think it's out of embarrassment because they just don't know what they're doing because it's a mess?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I couldn't tell you. I'm impressed that they
have Donald Glover in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got really aroused when I said that. That's very strange. That's very odd.
We actually paused and took a break, and Gable took a 5-minute bathroom break.
Yeah. That's so he could jerk off.
Only for a minute of it. The other 2 minutes was trying to get my pants off.
And the other 2 was cleanup.
Yes.
It's always a mess. You were going to say something.
It took me 2 minutes to get my pants off for some reason.
You have complex pants. You have one of those chastity belt things on, so no, that doesn't make any sense. You have to take it off every time you jerk off. It has a lock and a key on it. And so Ashley can't get to you when you're sleeping. Stay away from me, Ashley. I'm saving myself. It doesn't make any sense. Alright, that's about it for that. We're gonna go now. On break. We're gonna go on a break.
On break.
We're gonna go on break on our part.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Alright, we'll be back.
We're doing Ant-Man, right?
And we're back with an Ant-Man review. Wait, right? No. Oh. He will screw me up. And we're back, everyone. Hello.
Hi.
How was your break, Gable?
It was alright.
Yeah. We're not going to tell you what we did because it's a secret.
I pooped.
It's top secret.
I pooped and Dave watched.
I put my hand in it. It was weird. It's corn. Alright, so we're just going to jump right into our review. As I said earlier at the beginning, we're going to continue our MCU marathon with a review of Avengers Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
Yes.
Age of Ultron.
Jeremy Renner is in this movie, unlike Infinity War, apparently.
Movie. Oh.
What?
Let's
talk. When Tony Stark jumpstarts a dormant peacekeeping program, things go terribly awry, forcing him and the rest of the Avengers to reassemble. As the fate of the Earth hangs in the balance, the team is put to the ultimate test as they battle Ultron, a technological terror hell-bent on human extinction. Along the way, they encounter 2 mysterious and powerful newcomers, Pietro and Wanda Maximoff.
I feel like it's Peter.
Peter
It's
Maximoff.
pronounced the same way as the that comic we reviewed. The guy who did the art.
It's definitely not Peter.
It's Pietro.
His name is definitely Pietro.
Yeah, but I think it's pronounced Peter.
Why are you... It's not. Why are you wasting all my salt?
I don't know.
Do you ever put salt on your food? Like, just to add it to your food when you eat?
I mean, if it's there at the table, but I don't like, if I'm at home and I'm eating something, I'm not going to seek it out. Like, I'm not going to get up and walk over to the pantry.
I don't ever do that.
No?
Yeah, I don't know. I just never do. All right, and I'm never going to do it again because you're wasting more of my salt. So I was getting thrown away. All right, let's jump right into this. This movie stars Robert Downey Jr. Okay, we can skip.
It stars the Avengers. The Avengers are in it.
Oh, yeah.
With the Avengers are in Avengers Age of Ultron?
That doesn't sound right. I think we're on the wrong movie.
Alright.
All right. So, did you notice the opening action sequence had the same shot as the first movie, where it follows one Avenger to the next one? They kind of did what they did in the first one at the end.
Yeah, I think it works better, and this will go along with my first note, is that this whole opening sequence is kind of like a premature climax. I just didn't... I feel like I'm supposed to be amazed that the Avengers are all together again, but like... If you're giving it to me at the beginning of the movie, there's no like build up or excitement to it. It's kind of like I just like put the trailer on and started watching the trailer.
I kind of see what you're saying, but I think if you're watching the first two movies back to back, you're watching the first one, they come together as the Avengers, and I think in this one they're trying to give you the feel is that they have just been this is what they've been doing since then. Like, yeah, like because they've been trying to find this staff or whatever, so they've been going on these missions several times. So they're kind of just picking up like right in the middle of it. Okay. Which I didn't have an issue with it. I enjoyed the opening action.
Maybe okay. Here's what made me think of this note though. They even have like a slow mo, like almost freeze frame moment where they're all jumping at the same time. Like if this was later on in the movie, I'd be a lot more excited and like I don't know. It just it didn't. This opening scene did not wow me the way that like I feel it was supposed to.
Really? Mm-hmm. I was wowed.
You were wowed?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
I liked it just starting off with the action. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed the action in the beginning.
This is probably one of my only negative notes in this review.
I kind of see what you're saying, but I don't know. There's some movies that start off like balls to the wall. You know what I mean? Some movies do that.
It's not, my issue isn't that it was action in the beginning, it was that it seemed like it was supposed to be like this over the top, like, oh look, it's the Avengers type thing, and I didn't feel that when I was watching it. Huh.
Alright.
Moving on to the next
interesting. One. We have differing points of view on the opening. But I'm sure you thought some of the action was cool, you're just like...
the action was cool. It just felt out of place.
I feel like you enjoyed it. It just didn't blow your mind.
Yeah, it didn't do what I think they were aiming for.
For you,
yeah,
because it did for me.
Yeah,
and for Ashley, but not for you.
Maybe the first time I watched it, but these anytime going forward. Maybe if I was in the position where this was opening day of Age of Ultron, I can't remember how I actually felt when it came out, but. If this was opening day of Age of Ultron, and I haven't seen the Avengers together for a long time, and I haven't been marathoning the movies back to back every week, maybe I would be more blown away and more excited because I'm finally seeing the Avengers. But watching it together, watching it like this did not.
See, for me, like. There was kind of like a flow to it. Like it starts off like this because of like they're doing the mission, they get the mission done, and then they do the entire sequence, and then like they have the party and whatnot, all that stuff. So it's kind of like the aftermath and the celebration. So like for me, I kind of liked how it started big and then just kind of cooled down. You know what I mean? And then built back up again. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh. What's your next?
Are we at the party?
No. I love a lot of like the double team action stuff they did in it. Like, like I know that, and there's a lot of little things I didn't notice till this time. Like there's a shot where Iron Man is flying towards the building, and he flies right through a fucking truck. Like he goes through the windshield and out the back of a truck like real fast. I'm like, that was really cool. Like, and there's another thing where I thought was really cool in this one. They added, I don't think this is in any of the other ones, where Cap has the thing on his arm that attracts the shield to it. This is the first time we've seen that, right? He presses a button and it pulls it to his arm, which really adds more of a sense of realism to the insane physics it defies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, it kind of makes sense if he throws it, he hits that, and it comes right back to him, which I thought that was a cool addition.
Yeah.
Which it doesn't explain everything before that didn't make any sense with the physics.
I didn't think about it like that, but yeah, you're right. That it does help out with the action going forth with the shield.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool little addition on that. I think that's all I have for the opening.
The party?
The party. Right. Well, I'm at the where he's coming up with Ultron. Him and Banner are going to work on it. I think his idea for Ultron is a great idea. You know what I mean? Like having something to protect the world, so when the aliens come, you can kick their ass. Mm-hmm. It's just unfortunate he turned out to be a dick. Apparently. Yeah,
it's kind of like communism. It's a good idea in theory,
but now, I mean, I guess it would have worked though if Ultron just wasn't a dick. Now, from what I take from the movie, he's a dick because of the stone and like the scepter. Like,
wait, Ultron's a dick because of the
stone? Yeah, Ultron comes from that, right?
I got that he was a dick because he misunderstood what would make.
So it was just yeah. Like, because I thought they had a line later in the movie where they said something about like because he came from, because Thor says something about like the whatever the scepter or the stone in it's full of darkness or something like that, and Ultron came from it, and that's why he's like evil. You know what I mean? I thought there was a line you mentioned later in the movie. I didn't make a note of it. I should have.
I may have missed that. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have made a note of that, but. Yeah, but I do like the idea of Ultron. Just he was a big dickhead.
And it did come off to me a little tropey in the sense that it was like, AI gets this what's it called, goal or whatever to keep peace. The only way to truly keep peace is destroying all humanity. It was a little tropey in that sense.
Yeah.
But, I mean, sometimes tropes are okay. So.
Yeah, I'll have to, next time I watch it 15 years from now, I have to keep an eye out for that line. Now I think about it. But I love Ultron's character, specifically the dialogue and the performance of his character.
Yeah.
Like, from the moment he first starts talking, I just love his character.
Dude, for some reason before, I had issues with his sarcastic tone. I would have wanted a more like intimidating robot, like you know what I mean, like something scary.
Yeah.
But I taking him for what he is, I think he did an excellent James Spader, right?
Yeah.
James Spader did an excellent job performing the lines. None of the. I'll take back what I said that Ultron was too jokey. I may have said that before. At least I had the opinion of that before going into this movie. That he was too jokey, but I don't think any of the jokes were too bad or out of place for him.
I think that I definitely see what you're saying in regards to his character not being just like this evil, like mean, dark, like robot type thing.
Yeah, like he wants to destroy all of humanity, but he's making all these jokes here and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the fact that like he's just like an AI who has like emotions and feelings and stuff like that. He's just more like a robot, but he's just a dude that's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he's just a douche.
Yeah, he's just like so. Yeah, like I think James Spader is amazing. I think he does a great fucking job with the voice work and stuff.
I'll tell you what wasn't great about Ultron that I didn't notice before until I watched it on a larger screen, at least a larger screen at home. The CGI for Ultron to me looked not very good at all.
Like throughout the whole movie? Or is there a specific part?
The specific part was whenever it was the first time we see him talking to the twins. Whenever he took off his cloak and I'm looking at it, I'm like, this looks really fucking video game-like.
Yeah.
I mean, they've gotten better. Marvel's definitely gotten better with their CGI since, but when I was watching this, I couldn't. It took me out of it for a few times just because I was paying really close attention to it.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. It didn't take me out of it, but I can definitely see what you're saying. Like I would say like parts of it definitely weren't up to par with the rest of their CGI for sure. Well, the party scene.
Here, let me knock off some of my notes so it's not as cluttered and I can think more clearly.
You can think clearly now the rain is gone.
Yeah.
I don't.
All right, we're good.
I'll have to tell you that later.
Okay.
The party scene. I really liked the party scene a lot.
Party scene was good.
I liked seeing the Avengers just hanging out as friends like normal people, just chilling, you know? I like that. I think a lot of people in a lot of the movies, like, the moment that you have sequences that are even a little bit long with just, like, stuff like this, are just like, oh, I'm bored.
Yeah, you got to really dive into this. You spend a lot of time with them out of costume.
And not every fucking superhero movie needs to be like, you know, action.
Yeah.
It gets old. Like, I really like stuff like, especially since, you know, we're fucking 13 movies into our marathon. We've seen these characters so much. It's cool to like see them, you know what I mean, get more into the characters. So I definitely like that aspect of it.
Dude, one of my favorite Widow moments happened in this movie whenever she was talking to Bruce at the bar.
Oh yeah, I like that whole scene.
It sets up their relationship so well right there, and I really hope that we get payoff for this. Yeah, it's one of those things that we're worried about here.
I'm hoping too. It's one of our Infinity War worries. I just hit the mic. That's fine.
I tried to note some of the jokes that I did end up liking, like whenever they're doing the hammer bit, trying to lift a hammer, and Bruce Banner comes up and he pretends like he hulks out for a second. Yeah. That was a good joke for me. I like that a lot. Bruce Banner was, or what's his name? Mark Ruffalo was really good throughout this movie.
In regards to the hammer thing, I really enjoyed Hawkeye's reference to the first Thor movie when he says to him, I've seen this before, when he's going to try to pull it out because he watched Thor try to do it in the first one.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, he's like, I've seen this before. I thought that was a really cool little nod to that. I really enjoyed the look on Thor's face when the hammer moves a tiny bit when Captain's trying to lift it. Like, he has this look of concern. Like, he's really worried, and then afterwards, he's just like, no, nothing.
It's like a sigh of relief.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny. And, dude, the introduction of Ultron is one of my favorite parts of the movie. I love how as well it's done with, like, they're just sitting there having a good time. There's that loud noise. He just fucking, like, walks up there like, what the fuck's going on? I thought James Spader was amazing in this scene. I love the introduction of him. Not even necessarily the action part of that whole sequence. Just his introduction I thought was so cool. I just really liked that moment of him just walking up there and his lines and his dialogue.
Yeah, dude. A lot of people gave this his dialogue shit for... Or I guess the trailer shit, because it was a big part of the marketing trailer. The Pinocchio take on it.
Yeah.
Just because Disney owned it, and a lot of people were still butthurt about Disney owning the Avengers.
Yeah. I rolled my eyes.
Dude, I thought it was fucking cool. I liked them how he turned around a kids movie.
Yeah.
into being so disturbing.
Like cynical.
Yeah, cynical, yes.
Like, I don't think that anyone writing the movie is like, hey, Disney owns us, let's make reference to Pinocchio. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? But people will be dumb. Now, I thought it was really cool. They planted the seeds for the introduction of Black Panther in this one.
Yeah, that's my next note.
Setting up Klaue later. Like, even just talking when they mentioned Wakanda. Not even mentioning him, but mentioning Wakanda was cool. Introducing Klaue was cool. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I just saw Black Panther like for the second time the other week.
Yeah,
I told you and this being the next movie I watched after rewatching that was really cool seeing Klaue in there and just knowing like where his character goes and having more of a built universe feeling while watching that. It was really cool.
One of my notes on Black Panther when we were reviewing that was I thought how cool was how they introduced Klaue so long ago. It seemed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and it's like. Just to have him in this movie was so cool. And, dude, so Klaue's a multi-billionaire after this movie, right? He gave him all... Is there any, like, reference or anything in Black Panther? I don't remember it. I know he's throwing money at one point to him, like, being rich or anything like that, because he has billions of dollars after this movie.
What do you mean throwing money? When was he throwing
Whenever
money?
Well, not in the money when he threw it, but money was going everywhere, and he's like, oh, it's raining money or something like that.
He's like, well, yeah, it's because he blew up a... I'm telling you, he blew up a... it was like one of the things in the casino that kept money.
Oh, like a cash machine or something?
It was like a cash table or something.
Okay.
It blew up and then went all over the fucking casino just because of how it was placed.
Because what
he's like, oh, I made it rain. Look at that.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Because whenever I watched Black Panther, from what I remember, he didn't seem like he was like a billionaire or rich or anything. He just seemed like a thug.
No,
did he spend his billions of dollars in between Age of Ultron and Black Panther?
Yeah, he just kept going back to doing his stuff.
He's got billions of dollars in the bank. I probably would have retired on an island.
Dude, I would have retired after the first like $5 million. I would have been done.
Well, because he wired like $1.8 billion to his account or something in the movie. I like the Hulkbuster armor.
Yeah, this scene wasn't. This scene was another action sequence that kind of fell. Well, I guess the other one didn't fall flat, but this one fell flat.
Dude, I love this scene. Like this whole sequence. Like I love the fact. Like I think the suit's cool just because he's already in a suit. And he's getting inside a bigger suit, which was kind of cool. I thought like everything Stark said in the entire sequence was fucking hilarious. Like all of his lines that he said when he was fighting Hulk were so fucking funny. I liked all the stuff. You didn't like that scene? Like none of that stuff in that sequence?
If you hold on, I'm playing with this idea right now. If you took out the moment where Scarlet Witch sneaks out to the ship and gets Banner, and everything after that, up until after the fight with Hulk, how much different would the movie have been?
Well, they just would have had to do something to like hurt him, because every Avenger, like I think with the exception of Hawkeye, right? She got in their head and fucked with him. So when they all went to the farm, they were all just kind of defeated and beaten.
Okay.
So they were doing that to each character.
They had to do something to Bruce Banner. Okay. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was a very long sequence. I feel like he should have just had like a nightmare. That like the rest of them just had a nightmare, and he went into like a roid rage. You know what I mean? But I guess she can do whatever the fuck she wants.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he is the Hulk. If he gets anxious or upset and his heart rate raises, he's gonna Hulk up.
Yeah. Everyone else slept though.
He went into a roid
Everyone else
rage.
laid on the floor and slept.
Yeah.
And he went into a fucking roid rage and destroyed a city.
Yeah, I'm just surprised I didn't have any problem with any of that sequence. Interesting. Intriguing.
It's not that I had like a problem with it. It just didn't. I don't know. I wasn't like, oh fuck, it's the Hulk fighting the Hulk Buster. I'm surprised you liked it, considering it was two heroes fighting each other.
Yeah, well, the entire sequence is her fucking with people's minds. It's the whole mind control thing, and I'm like, and Hulk is always an exception to the rule with the whole fighting each other. That's all it is in Ragnarok, dude. All Hulk does is fight them for the most part. It seems, you know what I mean?
Hulk smash.
Isn't that kind of like a whole ongoing theme in the comics too? He's always
Hulk,
like, yeah,
Hulk smash.
Yeah, he likes smashing things. All right, so what was after this?
Let's see, dude. What about the Infinity Gauntlet setup in the one Vision?
Dude, I was talking to Ben and he thought that was dumb.
He thought it was dumb.
I was like, dude, one of my favorite parts was Thor's Vision, where you got to see the fucking gauntlet in
literally
silhouette.
see the gauntlet, and then you see. Did you see? I think I posted an Instagram post. The dialogue from, I think from Ultron. Ultron says it himself. Where he's like, the gods are winding up, because last time...
Yeah, I have a note on that later, yeah.
God threw a rock at the earth, and this time God's winding up again, and that's one of the first things we see in the Infinity War trailer, is Thanos winding up with a fucking moon or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I thought that was a cool precursor.
Yeah.
It's your turn now.
Oh, cool. Let's see. What was I enjoyed all the character stuff on the farm. I liked all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we have here? Oh yeah, this is my next one. Do you think that was supposed to be on purpose a reference to Thanos in Infinity War? That line when the earth starts to settle, God throws a stone in it, and believe me, he's winding up. Yeah. You think that was purposely supposed to be a reference, or just in retrospect?
I mean, I gotta assume it was.
Let's see. I love when Thor shows up and provides the power to activate Vision. Initially, he was pissed at Stark for doing the whole thing, and he's the one that actually is like, you were right, and he's the one that actually is responsible for Vision coming to life, which I thought was kind of cool, because earlier he was pissed about it, and he's the one that actually activated him.
Yeah, he had a nice little change of heart there.
Change of heart.
Change of heart.
He did.
Dude, it was about to get really hero versus hero in that fucking bitch.
Oh, yeah.
If Thor had not stepped in. And then we got to see the Dr. Manhattan vision.
Dr. Manhattan.
He's the... you watched Watchmen before, maybe? Yes?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, well, Dr. Manhattan's very emotionless and just kind of stares off and contemplates everything all the time.
You mean Vision is like...
He's staring out the window.
Okay,
very Dr. Manhattan-like.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't have anything until the actual battle on...
Asgard?
Yeah, sure.
I did like Vision giving... wait, no. Yeah, Vision handing Thor the hammer was kind of a nice callback to the party scene. It's kind of like that was all set up just to see like Vision lift it. And it's kind of also a really easy way for them to be like, all right, yeah, I guess you're not a dick. I believe you now. It's a good. I mean, that's a good reason to believe him. I was. Actually, this might be the part where they're on Skarsgård or wherever they go. Stark asking Ultron if he's been juicing made me laugh really hard. I thought that was really funny. Yeah, this is all about the last act. I'm there too.
I had a not... Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, wait. No, go away. Go away. The Hawkeye speech to fucking Scarlet Witch was one of the highlights of the movie right there.
Yeah.
Dude, all the setup, you're right, from the farm for Hawkeye. All this work they're putting into you caring about Hawkeye as a character is really fucking great. Because he doesn't have a movie of his own. So it's cool to see him... get some screen time and get some interaction.
Yeah, speaking of Hawkeye, this kind of ties into that. Like, I think he has tons of fucking hilarious lines, especially in that last sequence. Dude, I laughed so hard when the part where he's talking about, like, oh, last time I saw him, Ultron was sitting on him and he was just dead. I don't know what happened to him. Like, he jokes about killing him. I thought was really fucking funny. I thought the death scene with Quicksilver was really well done. Since they kind of established him in Hawkeye, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was one of the not funny jokes for me in the movie. It was Quicksilver getting shot.
Yeah, you're being a dick.
The first time, though.
Oh, yeah.
There was a first time he got shot by accident. See, it was a misdirect there by me. It was funny.
I liked Scarlet Witch's reaction to his death. How she just fucking, like, got super pissed. And she got really emotional. And the only thing is, I don't think they should have killed Quicksilver. I think that the movie was set up to make you think they're going to kill Hawkeye on purpose, and they didn't do it just because it was so obvious they would. But I think it would have been a lot better if Hawkeye died.
You know what I think's going to happen?
Hawkeye dies.
Movie 3, Hawkeye dies.
Yeah.
Movie 4, they fuck with... Oh, movie 3 still, I mean. I don't know why I said 4. Movie 3 still, Thanos brings back fucking Quicksilver, but as bad... And then Scarlet Witch has to fight Quicksilver.
Dude, someone told me that theory, like, I think when I watched Age of Ultron years ago.
Really?
Yeah, they were like, I bet, like, because they just killed Quicksilver, I bet they just bring him back as a bad guy, because wasn't he a bad guy in the comics at some point for some reason or something?
Probably.
I think they mentioned he was bad guy.
They're the children of Magneto,
yeah.
So I'm sure they were bad at some point.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that happened at all. I mean, you kill Quicksilver, he's been in one movie. You know what I mean? So it could only have so much investment in this.
Yeah.
Like, think if you'd have watched this the first time they kill off fucking Hawkeye, it would have been a lot better, I think, if they would have killed him off in it.
Yeah, I genuinely think we're going to see a dead Hawkeye, and I think we're going to see a reborn or reincarnated, whatever you want to call it, Quicksilver in these next two movies.
Do you think it would have been better if they killed him instead of Quicksilver in this one, though? Not planning ahead for him dying later. Like, for the movie.
For this particular movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Like, in that point in time, yes. But if they are setting up for it to work out this way, then that's fine.
Yeah, that makes sense. Dude, just think of how it would have been if, like, after showing his wife and fucking kids and all this, and they're just like, bye, Hawkeye, and they fucking kill him. People are like, no!
Yeah, dude, it'd be fucking heartbreaking.
I remember I thought that when I first saw it, I'm like... The first time I watched him, I'm like, why would you kill Quicksilver? I've only seen him for one movie. I don't care about him as much.
Yeah. Kevin Feige said they purposely didn't make any big deaths, though, going up to this point because they want the deaths in this one to be so much more traumatic when you watch it.
Yeah, we might have had a discussion about Civil War. I don't know if I was talking to you about it. How like
Rhodey should have died
in Civil War.
Yeah, it's another one where it could have really fucking turned the tide of emotion.
But yeah, I was having the same thing. I was talking to someone and saying the same thing he was saying. I was like, if you think about it, if you've killed no one big up to this point, it's going to make it more meaningful in Infinity War. I was saying the same thing to someone else. So I understand their philosophy and why they're doing it. So it makes sense. But you still could have lost one or two people along the way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's not like Rhodey's a fucking main character.
No.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, Hawkeye's probably the least important of all the Avengers.
I think Rhodey's less important than Hawkeye because Rhodey's
I don't even
just
consider
Iron
him
Man
an Avenger,
2.0.
though. I just consider him a sidekick. I don't even consider him one of the Avengers.
Yeah.
I mean, like the six major, you know what I mean, Avengers.
Yeah.
Hawkeye's probably the least important of them.
Fuck, what was I going to say on that? I had more to add to that. I forget. Dude, did you notice we had our own version of the just because I got to be fair because we did we do a Justice League review?
No.
Oh, when we talked about it, we ripped on that Russian family. Dude, did you notice the one girl with who was all busty and had like a shit ton of cleavage? They kept going around doing shots to her and her son.
Is it the one the Hawkeye saved?
Probably. There was a busty chick and then her son that they kept doing shots on, like just quick shots on.
I don't even remember this.
Dude, if you watch the movie, it's the same. They go back to this girl probably like 5 or 6 times to check in on her.
Really?
Yeah.
This must be a way toned down version of the Justice League one. Because I don't even remember
it is. The Justice League one, there's actual dialogue. This one's just like quick glimpses of this exact same girl. And I'm like, because do you remember how we heard, I don't know if I talked about this with you, but Joss Whedon's like a really, he got a lot of flack for being very misogynistic.
No.
And, apparently he's very misogynistic.
That's pretty great.
And I had a theory that maybe he was boning her or something on the side.
So they put her in the movie.
Yeah,
did they save that family in Justice League or something at the end, or didn't they just drive away? I thought.
Dude, I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure they just drove away.
Yeah.
So but this wasn't the girl with the kid that Hawkeye saved? You said you're not sure?
At
least it would make sense.
I think it is.
Well, that makes sense then at least because they did something.
They directly saved them.
Yeah. Yeah, in Justice League they drove in their car and they were like, hooray! And you're like, what?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not...
That's funny.
I'm not giving it, like, issue, like, a problem, but, like, it's just something I noticed. I'm like, why am I looking at this girl again? Why is this the exact same girl?
I swear to I don't even remember what you're talking about.
If you look for it, I think you'll notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, Joss Whedon's wife, I think, even came out and said, like, some really awful shit about him. Joss Whedon's apparently a really big dick.
Well, he's good at making movies, so fuck her.
Yeah.
There's lots of cool moments, I think, in this last act. One part I love is when Captain America kicks up his shield and Thor fucking hits it with a hammer and it flies through like 4 different guys.
Yeah.
I love
teamwork.
I love when they do this stuff like that. It's so cool. There should be as much of it as humanly possible. I think it was really cool how the guy in the helicarrier that launches the rescue ships is the same guy from Winter Soldier that refused to activate the ships when fucking Crossbones was threatening him.
Doesn't he say something funny?
I think he might. I don't remember.
I
think he has some sort of line. Yeah, I think he might say like, "Oh, they're locked, stock, they're ready to go." I think it was something like that.
I don't even know what you just said.
Yeah, like he said something like that. Whenever the ships were loaded, he's like, "All right, they're stocked, they're locked, they're ready to go."
Oh yeah, he couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. He was in Winter Soldier. I didn't even catch that last time I saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't catch it that it was the same guy, but that's cool if you're right, which you probably are.
Yeah, I looked it up online to make sure. I went on the IMDb.
All right, so I got the big plot hole of the movie. So at work, we do a lot of work with like fixing computers, right? Where we have to make sure shit's plugged in and stuff. How come if one cord is slightly loose when we're working with a computer, the entire thing is now no longer functioning? But if an Ultron gets cut in half, it can still work like a perfectly fully functioning device.
Oh, you mean like the actual like the Stark's robot type thing. You mean like the robot of it?
the Ultron minions. They're getting like sliced in half and they're still attacking. I'm like, why? How come at work I get one loose cord, the whole system comes down? But these things can function on half wires.
First of all, our work computers are 50 years older than normal people's work computers. First of all. And second of all, I think Ultrons might be a little more advanced than our computers.
Well, fuck that.
Dude, Ultrons are very Terminator-esque. They're good until you fucking destroy something in the head or something. I don't know. That's how Terminator is. How like they keep fucking coming and coming. They're fucking cut in half and the torso's crawling after them and shit.
It's bullshit. That was the plot hole of the movie. So, whatever.
Let's see here.
I was a little more sad in retrospect about the Quicksilver death than I was initially. My notes are you either jumped ahead or I'm out of order, one of the two. Because of how much more time going forward we spend with Wanda, and we're a little more adjusted to Wanda as a Avenger, but kind of seeing her get up, like the moment when she drops to her knees whenever he dies, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, she kind of senses, and she just drops to her knees. I'm like, oh, that fucking
That's
sucks.
the one I talked about earlier, whenever, like, her reaction to his death, like, when she just, like, fucking freaks out, and, like, everything fucking dies around her. That was really great. I love that.
Yeah.
Like, she had a great reaction to his death.
She has potential to be my favorite Avenger.
Dude, I absolutely loved the fucking sequence in the church where they're all in a circle and the camera's going around them and they're fighting. There's so much shit going on.
That sequence I love, unlike the one at the beginning. I think that's the feeling that I got from that is that I felt like same feeling they wanted me to get from that beginning one, and I didn't. Dude,
it's so funny because the shot in the beginning I love just as much as that one. Like that, I like it's just it looks so great. Like, I don't know, like, whenever it just, like, the cinematography, maybe because I hate shaky fast cam so much, it's slow motion, I just want to suck its dick, because it's the complete opposite of what I hate. Yeah, I don't know. I just think, like, all the action stuff in this movie I thought looked so great, like, all throughout it. I'm up to close to the end here. You got anything left here?
I'm talking about the new Avengers, that's so...
Okay, I don't get why Hulk left. I didn't really understand why he left at the end. It didn't make any sense to me.
Let me think.
Like, the last thing him and fucking Widow are talking about is how, like, she breaks the whole thing where she can't have any kids because of the end of her graduation. She gets sterilized. And he's like, oh, yeah, you're right, I get it. And they're all, like, on the same page. And he's like, all right, see ya. I'm like, well, I don't get why he just decided to leave at the end. It didn't make any sense to me. Like, from his character standpoint. I mean, I get his, like, whole issue earlier was, oh, we could never have a family, we can't be together. But, like, it kind of seemed like they moved past that, and I was just like, I didn't get it.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I didn't get it. He just, because they're like, we need to put him in Ragnarok. Fly him away.
He needs to get to Ragnarok.
He needs to be in Ragnarok.
They should have had some sort of disagreement.
Yeah, something should have happened where it made sense that he left.
I agree.
I never caught this before until this time. But Hawkeye named his baby after Quicksilver.
I forgot to note it, but I did notice that this time.
I thought that was a pretty cool little thing because I didn't notice that.
It was what Nathaniel Pietro
Quicksilver or Hawkeye.
I.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Nathaniel Quicksilver. I.
Yeah, Clint. What's his last name? Barnes.
Barton.
Barton. That's what it is. Barton. This is right before they show the new Avengers, I think. I really like Thor's speech at the end, hinting at Thanos and Infinity War. It's like something big's coming, and pretty much hinting that Infinity War's happening very soon, which I enjoyed that little bit of dialogue from Thor.
Wait, I'm trying to remember this.
They were outside the facility walking away whenever
Thor,
before he took off. I like that. And now you go with your new Avengers note.
I just thought, what do you think about these new Avengers?
Yeah. I'm really kind of...
I was kind of curious. I remember going, like, whenever I first saw this, that I thought that maybe, like, this was going to be, like, a team of Avengers moving forward. And maybe these are, like, ones that they plan on surviving and working together in a movie.
They clearly give that impression, I think.
Yeah.
Like, when I saw this, I was like, all right, these are the Avengers from this point on. And I was reading something about how the third and fourth Infinity War movies... One of the reasons that they separated them, they weren't a part one and a part two, is because they have different sets of like, not necessarily sets, but there's different characters in the forefront in each one. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
So like that could be what you're saying. Like maybe they kill off a lot of the main ones in the first one, and then the second one they're featuring like these guys.
Dude, that's such a genius. Like from a writing standpoint,
it's a great way to put them into
send them out, and then oh, dude, Avengers 4 is called the New Avengers, Infinity War, the New Avengers or something.
That's not a bad idea at all.
Makes me think of like wrestling whenever they like try to like.
It always comes back to wrestling.
Yeah. Dude, when you watch like 8 hours of it a week, that's what happens.
Yeah. No, what were you gonna say though about it's like
how
wrestling?
they kind of like push like stars up is what they're doing.
They're getting the big push.
They're getting the big push.
They're getting the big push.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah. So I think it's pretty cool that both Avengers movies have Thanos in the post-credit scenes. That's kind of cool. The only post-credit scenes he's been in there are both Avengers movies. This is probably my favorite post-credit scene. I remember when this was in the theater.
He wasn't in Guardians?
The post-credit scene? No.
I thought Guardian... Oh, wait. Hold on.
Guardians had the Collector... No, it had
Well, the one was the Collector, but what was the other one?
The first post-credit scene? Fuck. I'm trying to trouble remembering. What was the first post-credit scene from the first Guardians? Oh, it was Baby Groot dancing, I think.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah, the first one was Baby Groot dancing, the second one was the Collector. So yeah, there's the only times we've seen him in post-credit scenes is Avengers. Avengers 1, Avengers 2, now we get him in Infinity War. So I think that's kind of cool they did that. I watched that scene so many times when it was in the theater. I kept going in after the credits just to watch that scene of him like fucking putting on the gauntlet. I'll do it myself. I love that fucking scene. I love it. They didn't have a second post-credit scene, I don't think, in this one. Which was interesting.
No, I don't think they did.
So,
no, they did not. You're right.
So, here's something about this movie and two different kind of thoughts I had about it. Like, I like how, whenever I first saw it, and I still think this is the case, I think that the first Avengers and this Avengers, the stories should have been, like, reversed in the order they happened. Like... The first Avengers deals with Loki and these creatures from outer space coming to take over the world. It seems like the stakes are a little bit higher in regards to like it's an invasion of aliens coming to destroy the world. And then the next one's Infinity War when Thanos is coming from space. I feel like it would have flowed better.
I agree. I never heard this idea from you, but I agree.
Yeah, I feel like it would have flowed better if it started off with Ultron, then went to Loki and the aliens, and then culminates with Thanos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they did kind of need to introduce an alien presence in the first one, though, because doesn't that alien presence set up a bigger picture, at least as far as S.H.I.E.L.D. or any other technology like that?
Yeah.
So it does kind of... yeah. They did kind of downgrade in Age of Ultron.
Yeah. But there's another side to it. I think they get the stakes. I mean, because like the stakes in the first Avengers seems far more like global. I get he's trying to destroy the world in the second one too, but it just seems like a bigger scale. And I feel like it would flow better. But then again, in regards to just the villains, I feel like they build it properly. Like, the first villain is just Loki, really, with aliens with him. The second villain is Ultron, who is a bigger, just, like, villain by himself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it culminates with Thanos as, like, the biggest villain. So, villain-wise, it makes sense, but, like, kind of just, like, the whole feel of it, I feel like it could have been in a better order.
Dude, I agree with you. I guess source of order. I definitely see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with that. Having an army of aliens definitely seems like a larger scale.
Yeah.
More powerful threat than a evil AI.
Yeah.
Whenever you step back and look at the bigger picture of it.
Yeah. But then, like, when you look at Age of Ultron, like, Ultron seems like, you know, a worse bad guy than just, like, Loki.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, in regards to just the main villains, it kind of builds properly, but...
Heck, Loki's still even a good guy
yeah,
sometimes.
He's confused.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I remember having that thought a while ago, being like, I feel like the first one should have been right before Infinity War. It feels like it would have flowed better, but... Alright, you have any other final notes on this?
Nope, I'm done.
All right.
I'm out.
He's like, oh, you're out? Well, whoa, not so fast. Let's give our ratings and stuff here. Let's give some...
I meant out of notes, but that's fine.
I know what you meant, you fucker.
Okay.
You fucking prick.
So rude.
You're just being hurtful.
Ooh, I have to decide where to place this.
I already got mine going, so I'm going to say it while you're figuring out. Okay. I have the Guardians of the Galaxy at number 1 with... I'm not going to do the Sparkle Dogs until I get to that one. Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 2, I have the Avengers.
Why don't you just change the Sparkle Dogs whenever it changes the number?
What is that? Okay, that makes sense. I have Guardians of the Galaxy number 1 with 10 Sparkle Dogs. Number 2, I have the Avengers. Number 3, I have Captain America, the First Avenger. Number 4, I have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 with 9 Sparkle Dogs. And number 5, I have Age of Ultron with 9 Sparkle Dogs. Number 6, I have Thor the Dark World. Number 7, I have Thor. Number 8, I have Iron Man 2 with 8 Sparkle Dogs. Number 9, I have Iron Man. Number 10, I have the Incredible Hulk. Number 11, we have Captain America and Winter Soldier with 7 Sparkle Dogs. Number 12, we have Black Panther with 5 Sparkle Dogs. And number 13, Iron Man 3 with 3 Sparkle Dogs. Go. If you're ready.
Before I get down my rating, I did think this was going to be a lot lower on my list. I went in with a negative attitude. However, I came out really enjoying the movie a lot more than I remember enjoying it the last few times I've watched it.
Good for you, Gable.
Yeah, so I'm happy I got a better rating out of this.
If you're like 2 Sparkle Dogs.
Okay, so here we go. Guardians of the Galaxy, this is number 1. Guardians of the Galaxy with 10 Sparkle Dogs. Captain America, the First Avenger at number 2. Number 3 with 9 Sparkle Dogs is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Number 4 is The Avengers. Number 5 is Iron Man. Number 6 with 8 Sparkle Dogs is The Incredible Hulk. Number 7 is Black Panther. Number 8 is... It's getting really hard for me not to say the Sparkle Dogs when I mean, can you tell?
A little bit.
Number 8 is Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Number 9 is Avengers Age of Ultron. It also has 8 Sparkle Dogs this time. So it shot up 2 Sparkle Dogs from what I was anticipating it to be.
Yeah.
Number 10 is Thor with 7 Sparkle Dogs. Number 11 is Iron Man 2. Number 12 is Iron Man 3 with 5 Sparkle Dogs. And number 13 is Thor the Dark World with 4 Sparkle Dogs.
You did good. I thought you were gonna get us all screwed up at the end there with the moving of the rankings. And
it's got all.
You really handled it well.
Scared me.
You really handled it well.
So
I need a pen.
Do you need to write that?
Yeah, I was just gonna say write that on this so I can update it. All right, and then we're gonna go over the current status of the Infinity Stones as of Age of Ultron. The Space Stone is still contained in the Tesseract and located currently on Asgard. The Mind Stone is currently on Vision's forehead. That's the current location of the Mind Stone.
The Mind Stone was the one that was in the scepter, right?
Yes.
So now it's in his head.
So yeah,
now there's no scepter.
It's on his forehead, no scepter.
Scepter's gone. Okay.
Scepter's all gone. Reality Stone is still in the Aether, in the possession of the Collector, most probably. The Power Stone is in the Orb, is in a orb, I guess. It's not the orb anymore. It's in an orb. Currently in possession of Nova Corps on Xandar and the Nova Corps headquarters. We're still trying to find the Time Stone and the Soul Stone. I think we're all going to find the Soul Stone together, folks.
There were some ongoing rumors that Xandar was getting destroyed with that moon and not Earth.
Wait, what?
He showed up on Xandar to get to attack the Nova Corps, and then after he grabbed it, he destroys the Xandar.
That'd be cool. But then what about poor what's his name and his wife and kid?
Oh, dead.
No,
John C. Reilly's dead.
Maybe they're on vacation.
And dude, this would kind of there's like a thing at the beginning of Annihilation, and I strongly believe, especially since they now have these Fox properties, will have them. But I think they would have had. I think they at least would have had the character Annihilus going forward. But I strongly believe Annihilation's going to be their phase 4 through 6. Big scheme, overlying scheme. So
phase 3 goes all the way up to the next Avengers after this one, huh? It's all phase 3. Infinity
Avengers
War 1
is
and 2.
Is still, that's interesting. What was I gonna say?
They're really packing movies in the Phase 3. When did Phase 3 start? Ant-Man, right?
No, Ant-Man.
That was still
Ant-Man
Phase 2.
It was like the post-credit scene.
So
of Phase
Civil
2.
War. Civil War was the first one in Phase 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Civil War, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man Homecoming, Guardians 2, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Avengers 1, Ant-Man and Wasp, Avengers 2. I'm up to 9 fucking movies here.
I think we're going... Yeah, there's a lot.
They are really packing Phase 3 in here.
I think we're going to see Nova after the Infinity Wars. I think this because in the Annihilation thing, Xandar. If we see Xandar get destroyed, I think we're going to see Nova, because Nova was one of the last remaining Nova Corps people to survive after. I think Xandar was destroyed.
That would make sense.
I think it was Xandar. I can't remember if it was Xandar or if it was like some other police station type thing.
Dude, there's so much stuff that could be happening in these movies. Like, they could cover that stuff that happened with the Guardians with Xandar getting destroyed. They could be a part of that.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that they're... I don't know if it's a coincidence, but it kind of lines up with my theory that they're reprinting the Annihilation comics.
Yeah, it makes sense. You said they like to do that. Now, do you think that...
I already got them pre-ordered. I'm excited.
Do you think Adam Warlock isn't going to show up till Guardians 3? You think that's when they'll introduce him?
Yeah, I think we'll see him in Guardians 3.
Yeah.
Dude, I definitely think that they're going with this Annihilation route because after Annihilation, well, in Annihilation, with this whole cosmic thing, James Gunn is heading this whole cosmic thing. Not just Guardians, but like the entire cosmic realm. So why would they promise him all this if they weren't going for a more cosmic route, going towards that Annihilation thing?
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen. But yeah, I think we're going to see Adam Warlock in Guardians 3. I don't think we're going to see him at all, in at least not in the first Infinity War. I don't even think we'll see him in the second one, to be honest.
When does Guardians 3 come out? That's not till 2020, I think, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Like he didn't... Like, I know he was a big part of that original Infinity Gauntlet story, Infinity War story, but I don't think he's had enough of a back to the wrestling term, enough of a push for him to be important enough to be the deciding factor. You know what I mean? It'd be a real bullshit thing that if you have 19 movies and then this Adam Warlock guy comes out of nowhere and he's just like, I saved the day.
You know what's really...
I mean?
Yeah. They need to, like, establish him. That would be dumb.
Yeah.
Have him just show up in Infinity War, yeah.
I mean, you're going to have the people complain, like, oh, well, Adam Warlock did this in Infinity War. You're going to have people bitching about it, but fuck them. If you can't enjoy the movie for what it is, then...
I mean, people got past the fact that Ant-Man didn't create Ultron. We moved on.
I was never upset about that.
Like, here's what's weird, dude. Like, when we watch Infinity War, the Guardians will have been together for what, like, 4 years at this point?
Yeah.
The last time we saw them, they've only been together for a couple months. It's going to be really weird. Like, how different are they going to be? Like, we've seen them only known each other for several months, and now we're going to see them 4 years later.
Dude,
they're going to be, like...
Wasn't Volume 3 supposed to take place immediately after Volume 2 initially, and then they changed that?
That I don't know. I know it's supposed to take place now after Infinity War, whenever it happens. Mm-hmm. But I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a trilogy initially. I remember we discussed it a lot. I don't remember what we thought and said and what was actually what we read.
Yeah, I love these cosmic... I think a reason I liked Ragnarok a lot was because it kind of gave you more of a... I think... did I mention this? I may have mentioned it to you off air. That it gave you more of a feel that it was happening out on another planet. It literally does happen on another planet. Yeah. Whereas Asgard, it felt kind of like you were... in this as Guardian, like I didn't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, were they in space? Were they in some other dimension, realm type thing? You know what I mean? I kind of didn't really get how the space was laid out.
Like how it's connected. Yeah. We talked about that specifically. That like before about how like it's 9 realms. What was like a ninth of the universe? Like what does it mean?
What's split up and how? I don't get it.
Like what's that? Yeah. All right. Well, that's it, man.
I'm excited.
Wait, so when are you going on vacation?
We leave... What's today?
Today's the 20th. 19th, 20th.
I think in like 8 days or something.
So we're gonna record one more before you go.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. We're done.
Do you want to? I might be able to. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because Doctor Strange. We'll talk about this off air.
Yeah, we'll talk about this whenever they're not privy. All right. Well, that's all we got, guys. Make sure you guys go to our YouTube page, Breakroom BS, and subscribe. All the links are on there, and we're done. We're done.
Bye.
Isn't it? Don't you enjoy doing that?
What?
I twirl the fuck out of my phone now that it has that on it.
Yeah, the
The
pop socket.
Pop socket. Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.